Okay, we're recording. So I made tonight's topic being bold because that is something that I dealt with when I started out with Flexus, because it's easy when you're a confident person to be excited about sharing, but when you maybe are new with information, or you're not totally familiar on everything, or you're not sure how to handle people that are maybe having a little bit of an attack mentality on some new venture of yours, it's hard to deal with that sometimes, and or how to answer questions in a way that still maybe hears what they're saying and gives them a response that might be an alternative they haven't thought of before, or an educated response that they can really take back and work with. Things like that. It's hard to manage and navigate those situations sometimes, and you can sometimes get a little scared and not really know how to handle that, and not have the best posture and confidence when sharing sometimes. So being bold is something that can really make or break you in this business. Being bold really breeds success. If you aren't confident and you don't have a solid, upright posture when you're sharing, posture figuratively and physically, if you're sharing in person, nobody's going to really trust you, believe in you, all of that. So you really need to be someone who shares confidently and passionately and with boldness. And you really can't shy away from anybody being a skeptic, because you're going to see them around every single corner. And one of the trainings I was watching the other day had this great question asked of everybody. It said, are you easily affected or influenced by the opinions of others? So think about that for a second. Are you someone who hears an opinion about you or about what you're doing from someone else, and does it deeply affect you? Does it alter your emotions in some way? Does it cause you to act in some way? If it does, you might not be 100% ready to be really successful. Because if you are swayed by the opinions of others, this business is going to be a tough one, because network marketing is something that is still up and coming. There's a lot of people who still are skeptics of it. There's a lot of what I call trolls out there who really just like to pick a fight wherever they see one. And it's easy to feel attacked. And so it's okay to feel an emotional response to something, or like a close friend or family or someone who maybe has not a great opinion of what the products are, or the business, or anything like that. That's fine, because those are people that we love. But you need to know how to feel that response and how to handle that, and how to not let it affect your own journey, and keep pushing towards your own success anyways. So when you decide to really be bold and go all in, and not really care as much or let other people's opinions affect you as much, that's when your business is really, really going to take off, because you're going to be more unapologetic when sharing. You're going to be more apt to reach out and cold message people. You're going to be more apt to create relationships and build bonds and meet new people, and all of that, when you know that something that you have to share is really valuable and people are desperate for something like this. So I want everyone to get in that mindset a little bit, because you have to kind of own that not everyone is going to like what you're doing. That's the truth. You're now a business owner, whether you like it or not. And you have to carry yourself as such. You can't be ashamed of what you have to offer. You have to offer it proudly and to everyone, because we know that everyone needs Flexus. And there's a little bit of a difference between, I mentioned earlier, skeptics and trolls. So skeptics are people that are genuinely interested, or maybe they just don't know. They would like some further education, or need some more questions answered, or just need some more time to kind of decide what's going on. And maybe they ask questions that seem to you to be attacking or rude or whatever, but they're coming from a solid place that's not to tear you down. They're more just inquisitive. Those are skeptics, and those are people that you can work with over time. And I've had plenty of those in 2 years in this business, of people saying, no, that's not for me, or I don't do stuff like that, or they're judging it one way or the other. And sometimes it takes time for them to watch you and posting certain things, or maybe messaging them every so often. A testimonial or something that relates to something they have posted about that they're dealing with, and kind of open their minds up a little bit more to what these products are, what this business is. Those are skeptical people that need time. I was a skeptic. I watched for a few months before I joined Cassie. I wasn't so sure. And so, but somebody who's a real troll that really just wants to tear you down and they're there to start an argument, there's going to be those. You're going to run into them. You probably have already. I've had a few of them. You can't change their minds, so it's not worth your time. So don't get caught up in that. Don't let that get to your emotions. Don't let that work you up. Don't let that tear you down. Don't let that stop your journey, because there are going to be people like that everywhere you turn and no matter what you're doing. And network marketing is a hot target right now because there's so many companies that are up and coming. And so it's an easy hot button thing for people to have an opinion about. So I just wanted you to be aware that that will happen if it hasn't happened to you already. And if it does, be okay with it. And there's a saying you might hear in Plexus, some of you probably already heard it, but we always say bless and release. So bless those people, but let them go, okay? Don't let them get to you because it's not worth your time. But a few things that I want everyone to focus on when sharing and being confident and bold when you're speaking with people or answering questions with people, you really have to focus on educating yourself on not only the products that we offer, but this business opportunity and really what network marketing is as a whole. What this industry is, what it means, and where it's going, why it's the future of industry, why people are becoming so successful at network marketing, things like that. I do have a book I want to recommend to you guys. If you haven't read Go Pro by Eric Worre, you have got to read that. It is like pure gold. That book is amazing. And that really hits this point home about how successful you really can be in network marketing, and anyone can do it, but you need to understand what it takes to be successful. And really becoming familiar with the broad descriptions and broad categories that our products can help with. Becoming comfortable with that will really help you. If you find that you are struggling in a certain area, maybe somebody, like for me, if someone asks me ingredient questions, I am not an ingredient guru. I am not somebody who went and researched every single little ingredient. However, as I've gotten questions over the last 2 years, I go seek out research on those things. So I've become more educated in areas where I was weak before. So now I can answer questions about certain things that I may have been uncomfortable with in the past, but I can speak boldly about them now because I have taken some initiative and really done some of my own research on things that I didn't know before. So things like that. Sorry, I have a chat popping up. The book is called Go Pro by Eric Worre. If you type in Go Pro, it's super popular, like in Google, it'll probably pop up. It's an easy read, so you'll love it. I recommend everyone here read that if you have not. It will change your business completely. I took way too long to read that when I started Plexus, and it is awesome. Should probably read it again. So understand why our products are unique. Understand what they can really do for people. Read testimonies, guys. If there is a product training and you're thinking, oh, I'll get to that later, or I don't need to watch that right now, watch it. Like really watch it. I have been, like I said, in this for 2 years, and if somebody says like, hey, here's a ProBio 5 product training, I watch it, because those people that are the nutritionists and dietitians and medical professionals that are making those videos that we see pop up on our team pages all the time, they are the people that will provide a lot of the information that maybe somebody who's not an ingredient guru like myself, maybe I can't provide you, but they're in a field that really will allow them to educate you in a way that maybe your upline can't, because that's not our profession. And so stay on top of those things, really try and research things, but the products especially, you have to be a self-starter with those, because you can't just wait for your upline to send you some product training video or whatever. Those are all over YouTube, by the way. You can search training information about the products and stuff if you want those. What else? But knowing kind of broadly what Plexus is and does, and having that elevator speech, if you haven't heard that before, a little 30-second spiel on what Plexus does for people, and speaking that confidently and practicing it, which sometimes feels goofy if someone asks what's Plexus or whatever, or knowing what the products do, and knowing that most major health issues are due to blood sugar imbalances and poor gut health and inflammation in the body, and knowing that we have really good natural plant-based supplements that are free of chemicals and artificial ingredients and all that are really helping people balance their bodies naturally, and our products are guaranteed and they're backed up by testimonials and clinical studies. I mean, we have something awesome, you guys, and you have to be super motivated to share it with people because, like I said before, if you don't have an upright, really confident posture, nobody's really going to want to buy it from you. So if you're not excited about it, they aren't going to be either. And if you don't know enough about it to share with them, then they're not really going to ask for more information because they don't know what they don't know. So you have to offer them some valuable information that is enticing. And if you get anybody who's kind of a skeptic, you need to know how to dig deeper a little bit or be able to find that information and confidently be able to say, I'm going to find that information out for you and come back and provide it for them. And also about our business opportunity, I know that some people who are new have a hard time sharing about the business. I did. The financial freedoms that are allowed by this business are insane, and they're so worth all of the work that you guys are putting in. After, years in this, I honestly can say this has been like the best ride of my life. And it's something that is so worth every minute of time that you're spending sharing these products in this business with other people. And you can't be afraid to share about the business opportunity because there are people out there who are so desperate for an opportunity like this. And I just actually cold messaged someone last night who was from a mommy group that I had met and I'd friended on Facebook. And I said, hey, whatever. Have you tried Plexus? Have you heard about it? Whatever. And she said that she had been looking into network marketing companies because she would like to quit her job. She's pregnant with a baby boy just like me, due in January just like me, and was looking into opportunities. And I'm like, boom, like I never would have messaged her. I never, if I hadn't had a challenge that said cold message this X amount of people, you just never know. And she was in it and was solely interested in the business opportunity, and you never know what people are needing. So share about that. If you read testimonials and success stories about the financial freedoms of Plexus, do not be shy to share those with others. And when you start having those little small wins yourself in your business, what you can pay for with your paycheck this month, or this weekly bonus paid for this, share those with people because there are people struggling to put food on the table. And maybe one of you guys was one of those people, or still are. If you're one of those people who's struggling to pay bills and stuff, that extra $100, that extra $250 can be someone's insurance payment. That could be someone's grocery bill. That could be, someone's fix for some household item that broke that they aren't able to fix now or whatever. So people are looking for that kind of financial wiggle room a little bit. So don't be afraid of sharing the small wins as well as the big wins. And know that our opportunity is something that's really unique. And it is much more desirable than a lot of the other opportunities out there, especially in network marketing. I mean, we're pretty much one of the lowest cost buy-ins I know of to get into. We don't have any huge packages we have to buy up front. We don't have to carry, inventory, have parties, do shipments, all that stuff. We don't have huge quotas we have to meet every month. And it's incredibly easy to earn commission because once you're over that $100, you're in the business. So it's so easy to make life-changing money right off the bat. And you can out-earn your sponsor. I mean, it's so easy to do that, by the way, too. That's something that a lot of other companies, you can't really do the way their compensation plans are structured. You could out-earn everyone above you if you wanted to. And once you make it all the way to the top, you can re-enter under yourself and do the whole thing over again. So the earning potential here is really, really limitless. And so that's something that is unique that's offered by Plexus. And so being confident in the business opportunity as well as the products is so important. And watch that comp plan video over and over again. And like I said, watch diamond documentaries and listen to testimonials or read testimonials, because those are going to build your belief, and you're going to learn about new areas that the products have helped with, as well as more people's stories of where they came from, so you can relate to people who may be in a specific financial situation or a job situation, or things like that. So really expanding your knowledge of all these different stories from all these different people in Plexus are going to allow you to relate to a lot more people that you encounter in this business. So what's the next thing? Oh, another book I want to recommend to you guys is called Go for No. It's by Richard Fenton. It's really old. I think it's like 35 years old or something, which is crazy, but it is an amazing book. It's super short. I listened to it on an audiobook, and I think I listened to it like on an hour and a half drive or 2-hour drive or something. So it's called Go for No, by Richard Fenton, and it is it starts with a great little story, and then has a lot of really good analogies for why you should be really trying to reach out to as many people as possible. Do not prejudge anyone, and you're going to get so many no's back, but you can't let it kill your spirit, because in that digging for gold, you're going to find that one diamond. And that is the name of the game. I mean, it's a numbers game. And so if you don't have the confidence and boldness to share with anybody and everyone and know that anyone and everyone needs Plexus, you're not going to get anywhere. And so you have to be confident enough to be messaging people and going out and meeting people and developing those relationships and share something like Plexus with them. And you might get a no back, but it's always not right now. It's usually, I need more time to think about it. It's never just a flat out no, even though they might say, oh no, I'm not interested. They usually just need more time to watch you on Facebook or watch your journey a little longer, watch your own transformation, do a little more research on their own, keep the conversations going, see what kind of setbacks they have or hesitations they have, I should say. What questions can you answer for them? Why would they, why are they so standoffish about it? Maybe it's a money thing. Maybe it's a health issue they have that they don't think Plexus can help or whatever. You never really know where people are coming from. So contacting as many people as possible is going to be the total name of the game. Like I said, it is going to be about numbers. So go for no. I always try to go for at least about 5 no's a day. That might seem crazy to you guys, but if you're running at a quick pace, trying to contact or present Plexus for the first time to at least like a handful of people a day is going to skyrocket your business. And the more you contact people, the more comfortable you will get with doing it, and the more comfortable you will get with handling a no response. And in that, you might get a yes. And I always try to, like I said before, I guess I already said it, but I always try to keep that conversation going. I don't let the no just cut it off, because I know that no is just not right now. But in that, hearing a no might feel like a failure to you. That might be something you might see as like super negative and crush your spirit, but really, really do not let it do that. Try to aim for a certain amount of no's every week and push for that every single week, and cut that up into days and see what that needs to be for you. And if you haven't read the book or seen it, Failing Forward by John Maxwell, I will write the books on the site in the chat. I'll write those down. That book is mindset altering. If you're someone who thinks, failures over here, you're kind of hanging out right here and success is over here, that's like so wrong. You're here. Success might be here. Your idea of success is right here, but failure is like every step of the way. There's like fail on this, succeed on this, fail on this, succeed on this. Every step of the way, you're failing and learning and progressing every bit of the way. So you really can't be afraid of failing or getting a no or trying something and having it not work out or getting to a setback, because it's all a learning experience. Even like approaching someone in public, I am a super introvert, like so introverted. I do not like going out in public and talking to people. Like that is not my wheelhouse. Even this like makes me nervous. Like nobody's even talking back to me or all just watching me. It's freaking me out. But I am not someone who is comfortable with that. And that's something I really had to get over. And I had to realize, like I said before, my confidence and my excitement and my posture and my knowledge of the things that I had to offer had to overcome my fear of failing or getting a no or making a fool of myself. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. And so I'm way more comfortable now than I was a couple years ago when I just started, because I know a lot more now. I've poured a lot more into myself, into my mindset, and into my own knowledge base. And so those are things to always be thinking about if you are wanting to become more and more comfortable with this business and sharing it with others. You really have to focus on personal growth a lot and becoming more comfortable with the things you're not comfortable with now and stepping outside of your comfort zone a little bit. So I had a couple notes of things that I wanted to kind of end with for this little training portion, but I alluded to it a little bit before, but do not wait for training or directions for an upline. If you're wondering about something or how to do something, first of all, ask questions. Ask so many questions. Search team pages. Search YouTubes for trainings. We have a lot of awesome diamonds on YouTube that have made fantastic training videos, but you've got to be a self-starter. If you're sitting back waiting for training to come to you, it might not ever click because us as uplines or leaders, we don't know what you're wanting to know or where your struggles are. So we try to present so much information all the time, and hopefully we can, hit all the buttons. But if you're not someone who tends to really step out and get after it, now is your time to do that. Because the people who immediately do pedal to the metal, self-starter, self-motivated, they're going after goals and crushing them, those are the people you see climbing up the ranks because they take initiative upon themselves to be educated and be bold and share and train themselves and all that stuff. So you really have to use this self-motivation to fuel your confidence. And that confidence is going to allow you to be bold when sharing with others. And that boldness when you're sharing is what really breeds success. So that's why I wanted to kind of start off our meetings with something like that, because I think that's where all of this comes from. If we're trying to hit certain goals, we have to be bold. We have to be confident. We have to be passionate. We have to be excited about what we have to offer. So anyway, I hope that little bit was a good taste of kind of what might be to come, but I have some questions that I want to